Hey guys, it's Strutter. Happy 2018. Happy new calendar. This video is going to focus on what I see coming in 2018, or not really in 2018, but just in the next while, what I think is going to be trending higher and becoming more and more of an issue. You're looking at one of them, obviously, cryptocurrencies. This is the entire cryptocurrency market over the past 1 year, going from zero on the left, essentially just above zero, to 675 billion right now, approaching $750 billion, and that's becoming a major thing, and that will spark a lot of public interest as they realize, oh, cryptocurrencies, that's a thing now, along with other things like commodities, precious metals, other currencies, trading real estate, purchasing all kinds of things, stocks and all that. It's all going to be included along with cryptocurrencies now. So cryptos are a thing, and 2018 is only going to solidify that. I think what you're seeing here is obviously a hockey stick type chart. We can zoom in to 3 months, and this is at 150, about 150 billion there on the left, and of course 700, just about 700 billion on the right. And it is making new all-time highs today and over the past few days after this quite a large pullback here. And as you'll know, there's been a pullback in the Bitcoin chart, and that's, it's tied to it. The cryptocurrencies often work together, moving up and down together, although Bitcoin has been losing what they call dominance. Bitcoin dominance is now down to 37%. And that's, of course, started at 100%. Really, there just was Bitcoin at the beginning. So and I think that will continue to come down. It'll be rocky, but that will probably continue to come down as the other cryptocurrencies start to take hold. And I'm going to talk a little bit about which ones I am specifically looking at. Now, keep in mind, I'm not recommending anything or whatever. This is just, cryptocurrencies that didn't trigger any alarm bells, aren't like Ripple or whatever, which is associated, I think, with government and banks and stuff. So obviously Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin will continue to do well. I think it's around 15,000 today. That will continue to rise. That's going to go into the 20,000s very soon, and I think the 20,000s may be quick, and that could happen in January this month. Litecoin, I've never really talked about it on this channel other than just a couple of mentions early on, but I do think that will continue to do well, and it'll be kind of like the little brother or little sister of Bitcoin kind of thing, or the cousin or whatever. Some other ones that I think might do well, Litecoin I think is about 280 right now. Monero at about 350, I think, and I think that Monero is going to continue to do well. It has a lot of good privacy applications. Cardano is another one I think might do well, just looking at some of the fundamentals and stuff. It's at about 40 cents. I think that could do well. The chart looks good. And Steem is another one, about 275 right now. I think the chart looks good, as well as the fundamentals. Steem actually has a website behind it, and I'm on Steem. I have an account there called Drutter. We'll be officially promoting it later, but I do have an account there. So those are the 5 kind of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Monero, Cardano, and Steem that I've just kind of been looking at those prices and thinking those are probably going to be doing well this coming year. Although it's kind of easy to pick winners, when the market is going up the way it is, and I think that's going to continue. A lot of people are saying, oh, is Bitcoin done? It's had that big pullback. It hit 20,000 so fast, but then it fell down to 12,000, and then it stuck around, the 14,000, and now it's 15,000. It's like, pull out and look at that long-term chart again. Go back to my last video. Look at that long-term logarithmic chart. Anyhow, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, those are going to continue to make headlines and to be a trend, basically, be something that's in the public sphere, in the public mind in 2018. And I think precious metals are another one. I think that's going to continue to warm. It's been very sluggish and very hard for the precious metals people since 2011, really. And we know, not just conspiracy theory, but conspiracy fact, they do fully control the precious metals markets. So there's only so much they can do, though, because there are fundamentals in behind all the numbers. There is supply and demand, and I think a lot of the supply, or a lot of the demand anyway, has been reduced for precious metals because of cryptocurrencies. And whether that was by any design or not, I don't know. But I've definitely noticed that, and there are a lot of people that have sold their precious metals to get into Bitcoin. And, investment-wise, that was probably a good idea. A lot of those people are doing well and making investment gains. Of course, you don't realize your gains until you sell, but anyhow, they're doing well in cryptocurrencies, and that may be a good thing. But I think that the silver and gold market are eventually going to warm up, and I think that it may be even already starting now, as gold is hitting 1,300, and hopefully, I think that gold is not going to go back down below, into the 3 digits again. I don't think ever again. And I think that hopefully, at least for a lot of the people that watch this channel, precious metals stackers, it will continue to warm. It may be slow. This may not be the year that it goes back to test those $50 highs in silver and beyond. But I'm just thinking, if you don't have your core position, what are you waiting for? It's not really going to go much cheaper than it is now, and we didn't think that it would ever come down this cheap when it did pull back. So, and we didn't think it would happen for this long. So, I'm just getting that feeling that the precious metals market is about to start heating up again. It may be this year, it may be next year. I'm not trying to make a prediction on it, but just maybe a little bit of a warning and a heads up. Did you stock up? Did you stock up when you said you would? You said if silver ever went back down below whatever, $20 or whatever, that you would load the boat. Just reminding you, did you? Because it may be about to be the end of those times again. It may not. You may not get it in the low teens again, and you may not even get it in the teens at all for much longer in the U.S. So if you're in the U.S. and you have those U.S. dollars just sitting and you're not sure, silver may be something for you to look at. I'm just saying it may be. Another trend and another up-and-coming thing I see is veganism. I think that veganism, or vegetarianism, but most specifically veganism, is going to really, really become a mainstream thing. Maybe starting even in 2018. I think I'm already seeing, like, in Vancouver here, a lot of interest, and there always has been, but it's definitely kicking up, and it looks like it's happening more than just in Vancouver. It looks like it's happening everywhere. And you will see vegan options. You'll even see, like, more options at, say, a pizza place, vegan and vegetarian options. Cheese that's not made out of breast milk anymore. There's all kinds of cream that you can get, like coconut makes excellent, lots of excellent products, delicious stuff. And I've been vegan for a couple of years now, but I've been vegetarian for 10 years or so, and I've been advocating it and talking about it from the very beginning of this channel when I started 10 years ago. So I think that maybe I'm just biased because of that, but I think that it is becoming a real mainstream thing. Tell me what you think. Is veganism becoming a thing? For various reasons. A lot of people realize now it's not sustainable. A lot of people also realize it doesn't even make any sense. Like, we're not supposed to drink milk, breast milk, after we're weaned. Like, that's why we wean when we're like 1 or 2 years old. But in the West, what we've done for a long time now, not a long time, only a few thousand years, but what we do is we give our babies other breast milks, as soon as they start to not want our milk, and then they sort of switch over and never wean. So a lot of us are still drinking milk, and we are truly addicted to it. You don't realize it until you stop, because it's very hard to get rid of, because it triggers opioid receptors in your brain, milk and cheese and things. So a lot of people are starting to come to grips with the facts on this stuff, and it's not just those weird hippies anymore. It's like, oh, okay, we aren't supposed to be factory farming sentient mammals as sources of flesh. And I've heard the whole bacon argument, it's so delicious, like all that stuff. I've been vegan for so long, it doesn't bother me, and it's not an argument. It's just you being embarrassed about your behavior and trying to make light of it. So let us look again at veganism with a bit more of an open mind this time, if we haven't truly looked at it before. I guarantee you can be healthy as an ox without eating any oxes or oxen. You don't have to eat mammals. You don't even have to eat birds to be healthy. I promise you. And you can eat delicious food. You actually will eat better. I promise you that too. You will eat better. It's not just about depriving yourself. It isn't. I eat so much food now. I eat so much food, and the food that I love to eat. And I'm super fit. I'm super fit. So I think that veganism is coming to the mainstream. Another one is AI, artificial intelligence. I think that there's a lot of advancements happening right now. I think that the deep state and certain agencies and so forth are further along with AI than they're letting on, because they're about 20 years further ahead than anything that they don't tell the truth about what their level of technology and their level of knowledge is until much later, until it has to come out through confidentiality clauses and such. But we don't know what they are capable of with AI, and I think it's a lot further in advance. I think they have AI. In fact, I think they have some very intelligent, not sure what you'd call them, but programs or beings or whatever that they've created that are already working on major problems and helping the deep state navigate, navigate the revolution that's happening right now, and to keep them ahead of the people. When you understand what AI can do, it's not just like in the movies. It's crazy, the stuff that you can do. You can tell AI, you can say, hey, we've got a mousetrap, for example. You can say, we've got a mousetrap, and this is how it works. What's a better mousetrap? And the AI will teach itself how that mousetrap works, and then teach itself methods for designing a better mousetrap, and then it will put those methods to the test. And it has such a high computing power that it can do, thousands of years worth of research, basically, and planning and design, that within seconds it can create a better mousetrap. And I think it's not just mousetraps that they're working on. Hey, maybe Bitcoin itself is written by AI. I don't know. We don't know who wrote Bitcoin, and a lot of the other cryptocurrencies are based on that advanced blockchain technology. We can decipher it, we can learn about it now, but who wrote that 10 years ago? I don't know. Somebody super, super, super smart that's still ahead of everyone else 10 years later, or I don't know. But AI is going to become more of a thing. It's going to start doing things like, I think they're going to do some advancements with AI that actually help people and beneficial ones, and then so it'll get more into the mainstream. It'll be like, we can use AI more and more, and then maybe there's a potential for false flags there once we have AI in place. Fuck, the AI decided to turn against us, and the internet's gone. Oh, and shit, the power's down, and it was the AI that did it. If it's not going to be the terrorists, it's going to be the AI, or maybe it's going to be the aliens or whoever. But there's always got to be somebody to blame the false flags on, and to be the boogeyman. I think there's even going to be pop music that's fully written by AI, and it just comes out on the radio, and it's not even maybe singing, it's maybe just sound, and it's just beautiful sound. It's written by AI that knows exactly how the human brain wants to hear music, and it will write us music that we can't resist. And all kinds of stuff, I think, is going to be coming with AI. Maybe not in 2018, but you'll hear more about it. I really do think that you will hear a lot more about it. So, we got precious metals continuing to warm, maybe some veganism, maybe some cryptos continuing to explode. You got AI, and what else? I think that there's going to be some talk about inflation, or maybe some talk about prosperity. There's going to be a lot, like the stock market might continue to go up. It's going to be kind of one of those, I think it's getting kind of unstable. Things are getting kind of fucked up. And one last thing I want to say is I think that the legalization they're talking about in Canada for cannabis is not coming in 2018. Just like it didn't come in 2017, just like it didn't come in 2016, just like it didn't come in 2015 when Justin Trudeau was elected and said he would do it on day one. Didn't happen 2015, 16, 17. I don't think it's going to happen 2018. I think he's going to say, I need another term to get it done properly. So it's not going to happen. And if it does, it's going to be a nightmare anyway. So that's why I continue my activism here in Vancouver. I'm been working basically full-time downtown at Robson Square, which is behind the art gallery, a traditional spot for activism in Vancouver, and I've been helping run a cannabis farmers market there, which has been basically 24/7 for the past few weeks. So there's a lot of shifts to pull, and and we've been attacked by the police and by the city a few times, but the public is super supportive. So you can check out the link down below for more of my activism. I apologize this wasn't a more interesting, more complete video. I normally do a really good video at the beginning of the year, but I've just been so busy with other activism. Just wanted to give you my thoughts on what I think is coming. So, have a great day, and talk to you soon.